the grip that they have on the balls of the rest of the world is just scary as fuck. What's up? It's episode 22 of the BACKSEAT VIEW. Thank you for tuning in. I'd like to remind anybody watching that despite being 22 episodes in, I still have no clue what the fuck I'm doing. Thank you. Goals we hit. What the fuck am I saying, man? All right, listen. We made it to 10 subscribers. Feels good. Finally in the double digits. Next one's the triple digits. All right, we're in double digits in both episode amount and subscriber count. We'll try and pretend like that's a bigger accomplishment than it actually is. Shout out to the supporters: Cade, Brian, Zero Subs, Losin, y'all the homies. Hey yo, if you haven't already and you're watching this, join our Discord server. It's gonna be down in the description. There's nobody in it as of this recording, but we're trying to get it up and running. All right, we're trying to, and by we, it's really just me. I'm trying to get it running, trying to get some kind of frequent posting, maybe some conversations going in there, because right now, let me show you what's in there right now. Yeah, it's not much, and of course I didn't have Discord open, but here we go. It's popping up in 3, 2, 1. So right here we got Vibe Central. We got the empty announcements chat. We got the rules here, which is just in case a bunch of wackadoodles roll in with their cocks out. And yeah, general chat, not much. This is Cade, who was on episode 20. Zero Subs, who made the track for the podcast, and Isaiah, who was on episode 10. I haven't really invited anybody. I've really only put it in the description, and I forced these two friends of mine to join. So we're trying to populate it. Please assist us. And by us, it's just me, Vibe Central. Link in the description below. All right. I've been trying to, improve certain things about the show. You may have noticed, if you watched the BACKSEAT VIEW before, you might have noticed in certain episodes, especially the guest episodes where I talk to somebody for like 2+ hours, that occasionally I turn my camera off and on again. And you can still hear the audio for the duration of that pause in between. But the visual cuts out briefly. And the reason I do that is because there is a recording limit on the camera. I don't do the HDMI directly to the computer because I record my screen and the audio on the computer, and then I have the camera just record itself, and then I sync the audio and the visual. That's how I do it. But apparently, unless it's an actual video camera, because technically I have a mirrorless camera. I have a Canon M50 for anybody who might care. It's technically not classified under video camera, I guess, and there's some kind of laws or policies in Europe that affected the way that Canon manufactures their thing or something. Basically, it has a 30-minute time limit on the recordings, and that's why I do that. And I was trying to find some way to like work around that. I saw some illegal software, and I was gonna download it, but it turns out it's incompatible with my model, the M50. So I don't know if anybody has any suggestions on how to figure this out or extend it so I don't have to keep doing that. I might have to resort to the HDMI thing, but I'd really rather not have to do that, because then I'm not sure if I can record my entire screen and the entire camera at full resolution at the same time. I don't know. If you have any kind of resolution for me, please let me know. Let me know in the Discord server by joining down in the link in the description. All right, let's jump in. I got a little recommendation for y'all. Trying to just, throw in some fun stuff. I found the ultimate Spongebob meme tool. So there's this website called subsearch.app. And this is where you will be coming to from now on to find your Spongebob meme templates. And this is how it works. There's a search bar, and there's a sorting order. You can sort it by either relevancy or in chronological order by the episodes. And let's say I want the meme where Squidward goes, mediocre. All right. Oh, yeah, I totally spelt that wrong. All right, yeah. So here we go. See? Pulls it right up. You got the template right there. Tells you the episode number, the line number. It tells you the timestamp of the episode. Phenomenal. Oh, and look at that. It even lets you make the meme right here. Yep, look at that. You're welcome. All right, moving on. So, for this episode, I'm going to try doing something new. We're not covering topics that have necessarily... Well, I mean, some of them have been in the news recently, but I'm not necessarily focusing on a certain report that's happened recently, all right? I have questions, essentially, and maybe I'll follow up with it in the next episode or at a later one once I research some more. But I kind of just want to, like, work my thoughts around these things I have here. So let's just talk about the first one, and then you'll get an idea of what I mean by topics and just kind of. So so right now we still have physical currency. We have coins and we have dollar bills. Most people, they just pay with their credit card now or their debit card if they don't care about credit. I don't know why you would pay with your debit card. Cash is still very much a thing, but is it becoming obsolete? And are we inevitably moving into a direction or a world where the entire currency system is digital? And would that be entirely good? What would be the pros and cons to that? I could think of some pros. Obviously having your money stored digitally and just paying with your card or whatever, or just some kind of ID, that's a lot more convenient than having to pull out the bills and having to count them out or whatever. And then, especially with stuff like COVID right now, if you get your fucking Rona fingers on the bills and then you pass it on to the next person, and then that cashier puts it in the register, it infects all the other bills, they're giving change out and stuff, and next thing you know, you got 30 people with the Rona. So there's definitely pros. The cons, the ones that come to mind what would the vulnerabilities be in terms of the security and the privacy of this information? And this is something that's a big deal in a lot of different realms, like in social media or email servers, a bunch of random stuff. Cybersecurity is definitely an industry that's popping off right now and is in high demand because technology is advancing and everything's getting really sophisticated, but so are the people who are trying to exploit those systems and, may not exactly have the best intent in mind and may not exactly be looking out for your best interest. So I was just wondering about that. If you have any thoughts on that idea, moving currency entirely to all digital, let me know below or join the Discord. We'll talk about it there. But it's interesting. I'm aware of things like Bitcoin and all these other cryptocurrencies, but I'm not even exactly sure how the whole blockchain system works. What makes it, because a lot of people seem to regard it very highly in terms of this very structured and secure method of just having your currency online. And it's, obviously a lot of people also use it for investments and stuff. Trust me, man. One time I let $15 worth of Bitcoin sitting in a wallet on accident, and a couple months later, when I needed to use Bitcoin again, it was like worth $60. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I wonder if I would have put like some more money in there, you know, that would have been the move. But it's not the move that I made. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on moving all currency to fully digital and making physical transactions obsolete. Next up, this is another thing that's just been on my mind recently. We were hearing about Trump said that he man, I hate talking about Trump, but this isn't really about Trump, but this is how I'm leading it. Trump signed some kind of order. I didn't even read the entire order or what it was about. I just read the headline, all right? It said they were giving TikTok 45 days, I believe, to be bought out by an American company, at least for their American side of the business, right? And a lot of the concerns with TikTok is because its parent company is owned by China. And trust me, I am not a fan of China. Like, the shit that I read about that happens in there, and just like the grip that they have on the balls of the rest of the world is just scary as fuck. It's I don't even remember how long ago it was, but I remember when a ton of companies there was a lot of let's cancel China type of vibe going out there. I believe it was because of the Hong Kong protests when they first started becoming a big deal and it was getting a lot of media coverage. There were a lot of supporters for the Hong Kong protesters, and a lot of big companies, I think some of the big ones I remember, there were quite a few, but I remember Blizzard and the NBA in particular. They bent the knee to China. People were pissed. All right, people were making Mei from Overwatch into. I forgot what they wanted to do. They wanted to remove her, or they wanted to. I don't even remember the whole thing. All right, but my point is, I don't fuck with China for sure, and I understand why we wouldn't want China having our data. But let me be completely honest with you. I don't have the slightest fucking clue what the fuck they would even do with our data. Like, what kind of data do you... Like, obviously, a ton of other companies here in America take and sell our data when you sign up for their sites. You know, you don't read the terms and conditions, and you get fucked, and you don't even know it, right? Because that's what they really value, apparently, your data. The emails, the information, all that shit, and then they sell it to other companies. That's about as far as I know, but I don't even know what, like, at the end of the day, what is done with all that data. I'm only aware as far as, like, the emails. Yeah, you sell it to other companies, and then they sign you up for these email listings that you didn't want to be signed up for. Then you got to go through the whole goddamn process of scrolling to the bottom of the email and hitting the unsubscribe button. Unbelievable. But anyways, aside from that, like, I heard some things about, you're recording yourself, it's stealing the biometric data of your face and shit. And I heard Russia was trying to do that shit too with some of, like, when apps like Facetune were coming out and the whole biometric analysis of your face, or however, when that technology started popping off, I remember there were, like, apps made by very sketchy Russian developers on the App Store, for example, and they would, you would agree before using the app, and it'd be something stupid like it'd make you look old as fuck, and it would look really kind of accurate. Like, the image would blend very well, and it looked like you were actually old as fuck. And essentially, when you would open up the app for the first time, it would have you agree and maybe even make an account. And it would have you agree to the terms of conditions, and within those terms, you're basically allowing them to have access to that data of your face. And at that time, I had the same fucking question. What the fuck could they be doing with that data? What the hell? What are they going to do with the data of my face? Like, can they do something genuine? I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if it's my data and it was up to me, like, should Russia have your data? Absolutely fucking not. I don't trust Russia. I don't trust China. I don't trust any of these fuckers, bro. I don't want them having my data. But at the same time, I don't know why I don't want them having my data. Does anybody have the answer to this? Maybe I'll get back to you guys on this, like, in the next episode or something. If you have any clue as to what they can do with my data, please let me know down below or in the Discord chat, link down in the description. All right, so just let me know. All right, this is the last one I got for today. All right, and I feel like this one's gonna come out as more of a rant once I get into it, because I really am not a fan of this cancel culture. So we know what cancel culture is. Occasionally, you wake up in the morning, you know, having a good day, going through your morning routine, listening to some music, maybe even a podcast. Maybe you got the backseat view on, who knows? And pull up your phone, you know, you're just having one of those lazy 15-minute breaks where you just lie in your bed, you're looking through the Twitter trends, and then you just see some random-ass person getting canceled. You press on the trending hashtag or whatever it is, and you know, you just see all these people canceling somebody. I'm going to be honest. Most of the time, I don't even know what the person's being canceled for, because it's being spammed by the people saying, "Ha, get canceled," basically, and making the memes. And then also, you know, the random K-pop users who just post the fandoms or whatever. So like 75% of the time, I don't even know what people are getting canceled for. But whenever I find out what they get canceled for, it's always over the dumbest fucking shit, in my opinion. It's honestly like, so much of the time, and I know I'm not the first person to make this take, but it's, or form this opinion. When somebody gets canceled for something they did so fucking long ago, like, is somebody really... I'm just trying to wrap my head around this even right now, because it's like, if you do anything wrong at any point in your life, even if you regret it, you just don't deserve to have any platform whatsoever. And I get that not everybody feels that way when they're in that cancel culture mode, like, yeah, cancel whoever. Some people are just like, oh, you better give a fucking apology. And, you know, the funny thing is, sometimes the person already apologized and people keep asking them for an apology. I remember that was the deal with Kevin Hart when he was, I don't even remember the full story, but I remember he was he was supposed to host a certain award show, and then people started digging through his tweets from like a decade ago, and they found him say some kind of like slightly homophobic comment, and honestly, I don't even remember what it said exactly, or no, honestly, not at all. But I remember having the impression that when I read it, I was like, this is ridiculous, because it's something that's just like, it was just like one of those gay jokes where it's like, you know, the person's not actually, like, just based off that one joke, I wouldn't get the impression that that person is like 100% homophobic. It's just like, I mean, let's be honest. Like, a decade ago, that's when homo jokes were peaking, bro. Like, I would go to school every day. Whoa, that was 2010. I was probably in elementary or middle school. Like, there wouldn't be a day in my life I wouldn't go 24 hours without hearing a gay joke, right? Probably at me. Probably me at other people. Watch, now I get canceled because I just admitted that. But, like, let's be real. If you make a mistake, you're really supposed to... You're not allowed on any platform. Your opinion never matters. You're hated for the rest of your life. Everybody would be canceled if that was the case. Like, let's be fucking real right now. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And I feel like cancel culture should be canceled. I don't get cancel culture at all. Like, sometimes it makes sense let's also like let's make that clear. Sometimes people do deserve to get canceled, right? Like if something just happened, because obviously when, and I've said obviously so much this episode, but when somebody does something a long time ago, that's one thing. But if I did something just yesterday and it was like horribly fucked up, then yeah, that makes sense that you're going to get canceled and you're going to be hated for a long time. But I would even expect if I did something incredible, and you know, this isn't to encourage people to do something bad because they're going to be fine eventually anyways, but that is kind of the case. You know, time heals everything, as they say. And it's like, if I do something horribly fucked up tomorrow, I'm probably not at all going to be the same person 10 years later or whatever. So it doesn't make sense to cancel them. But I may still, you know, be a little fucked up or, you know, suffer the consequences within a certain time range, like for whether it's a few weeks, a few months, maybe even a few years, depending how fucked up it is, you know. So, but most of the time it's really just people who said the N-word like 15 years ago, and people were digging through their Twitter history from when they were, you know, you set the age, or you set the year that you were born in when you were making the Twitter account, like at a certain time, so it let you make the account because you were too young to do it. It's stuff like that, and it's like, let's be honest, cancel culture is pretty dumb. Sometimes people do deserve to get canceled, but even then, like, dude, does there really need to be a hashtag for it? Like, cancel R. Kelly? Like, bro, if people see R. Kelly is doing all this fucked up shit, they're gonna know, all right? Trust me. You don't gotta fucking start a hashtag about everything. But you know, that's whatever. I'm more fine with that than with... But in my eyes, from what I've seen most of the time, it's usually an incredibly ridiculous reason. Let me know what you think about cancel culture, either in the comments or in the Discord. Link in the description below. All right, I might follow up on these topics in the next episode or at a later date. Who knows? Gotta do my research, you know. But anyways, that's really it. Hopefully this was a little more enjoyable than previous episodes. I felt like the last one was super fucking boring. I remember reviewing that shit and I was like, fuck, I really was not motivated to do this day. So I kind of felt like, you know, shuffling shit up a little and trying something new. So hopefully this was enjoyable to digest through your ears and sonic perception. Anyways, thank you so much for making it to the end. Remember, the Discord server is down in the description. If you have any suggestions for the show or whatever, either leave them down below in the comments section on YouTube. YouTube is the main platform. If you're listening on any other platform, please watch on YouTube or comment in the YouTube or join the Discord, like I said a million times in this episode. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, let me know. I think we got an ideas and feedback. Yeah, we do. We got the ideas and feedback channel in the Discord, so drop it in there, preferably. Make sure you follow me on social media. It's going to be down in the description as well. Like and subscribe. You know, follow me on all the platforms, whatever. If you enjoyed it, tell your friends if you think they'd be interested. You know. Your quote for the day. We're still doing this. That's right. Just 'cause it be like it be, don't mean it is what it is. Have a great rest of your day. Stay hydrated and get those 8 hours of sleep, fellas. Thank you for watching once again.